Welcome to ChatterBox with Bildo and Lindalin.
Your fun-sized podcast guaranteed to make you giggle. Hello, feral mama.
I was feral. I was just clearing my throat in the mic. How unprofessional.
Yuck.
Hi. Yes. Hi, Bill.
What is up?
Look, I thought I wanted to punch a mother in the face yesterday, to be honest.
Oh,
so I thought
proper feral.
100%.
Let's do it.
I thought I would save it for the episode instead.
Amazing. This is not how I thought this was going to go. Let's punch up. Let's go.
So you know when you're out in public and you come across those parents that are just downright, I'm going to use the word bogan mean.
Like they're bogan, yes.
Bogany, mean, just hostile towards their kids, like just... They're feral.
Oh, I can't stand that. I can't stand it when they're feral to the kid. Like if you're feral to the world, but you and your feral kids are like nice to each other, fine. But like seeing any kind of parent being a dick to their kid, it just breaks my heart. Right?
It made me so sad, made me so angry all at once. So I had to take Van to the hospital yesterday just for an x-ray. It was nothing bad, right?
Yeah.
So there's all kinds of walks of life in the hospital.
Yes.
Right?
Public hospital, yep.
Exactly.
Yep. Enough said.
Billy, don't be so offensive.
Right? Because I'm such a rich person who goes to private hospital for any minor, Anyway.
Totally. So there's all types of people there. And so Van and I are sitting there waiting. Mm-hmm. And I hear this mom saying a really like under her breath, shut the fuck up type thing. Right? And so naturally I look up going, oh shit, like,
yeah, like who's transgressing? Yeah.
Totally.
Right, yeah.
And like I've told my kids to shut the fuck up. I'm not going to say that I'm better than her.
In
but
the privacy of your own home.
Exactly. And the tone of her voice just actually scared me. Like I had a really mean, scary tone to it. Not a frustrated, like I've had a really bad day. You're being a shithead. Shut up type thing. So I look up and not judging a book by its cover, but she was like a bogan mom. I'm just going to say it straight out. Yep. She was not a nice looking person at all. As in you could tell she wasn't a nice person.
Yes, I just love it when Lindsay gets so judgy.
I'm so judgy. Such a bitch. Anyway, so I'm like, oh God, that kid's obviously doing something to mama.
How old's the kid?
She's probably, very good question because that's very important. She was probably like 12 or 13. Right, so she wasn't like an itty bitty thing.
I imagined an itty bitty thing because that's how we normally talk to, like when parents get frustrated, they're the most love toddlers and shit, but they're a little bit full on.
Exactly. No, she
so
was
11,
like
12.
Like 12, 13. No, like 12, 13 girl, right? So they go away. I guess they went and had their x-ray, came back, and she ends up sitting. So Van's sitting to the left of me. Yeah. There's a spare seat. And then mama sits to that seat. Yeah. And then her daughter's on the other side.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, good.
Oh, great.
Yay. Yep. Hi. Let's have a play date.
Can't you see how upper class I am?
You're such a bitch. So the mom starts going off at the daughter again, saying, I'm going to swear a lot because she was like, you fucking whingy little brat. She's going on and on. Now, the daughter kept saying, Mom, stop. Mom, stop. And like the daughter was giving it back to her.
Right.
But like I actually felt really bad for this kid because the mom just kept at her. And kept at her. And then there'd be a pause. So I'm like, okay, phew, it's over with. Yeah. And then the mom would just start going off at the kid again. To the point where Van stopped watching his iPad. Leaned up against me. I could tell he was scared. So I put my arm around him. Like this was I should have taken video for people to understand. Like she was being a cow.
Oh my God.
To this kid. And it got to the point where I was like, I feel like I need to say something to her.
Yes. Would you? Could you?
No. To all of that. I wouldn't and I couldn't because I'm like...
totally. Like, what do you say? And then do you get into a scuffle with this person in the waiting room? Like, what do you do?
It totally... I mean, if she laid a hand on the kid, absolutely, I would have like stepped in. But it was just all verbal, which I know is like still just
And the thing is, you could stop it for that day, but that kid is living that life.
Oh, 100%.
That's not... You're not like...
And that kid,
what do you do?
No offense, is going to turn into that mom.
100%. It's going to do the same thing.
Vicious circle.
Because that's what she's learned. That's a learned behavior.
100%. But I actually felt really torn. Like this mom needs like me to say something to her. Like,
ease up on the fucks.
Yeah, like, oh, geez. You know, and this is the thing. I didn't know exactly what to say. Do I have a sarcastic approach? Do I just say, oh, hey, like, you know, there's a lot of other kids around. You're actually scaring my kid. Like, maybe can you tone it down a bit? Like, I didn't know what approach to have towards her.
And people don't like being told how to behave either, right?
Oh my God, could you imagine?
Right? So like that's never going to be received in a good way.
She wouldn't be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Oh, I didn't realize I was coming across so right. Yeah.
She would have bopped me in the face.
Yes, she would have. Yeah.
So it just made me feel, do you know what? This is how bad she was, that when we left, Van said to me, he said, oh, that mummy was being really mean to her daughter.
Oh God, when a kid picks up on it like that, you know what I mean?
Right. And I said, oh yes, she was. I could tell you were a bit scared. That's why I put my arm around you, blah, blah. So we were talking about, and he said, you know what, mummy, if I had a mom like that, I would just want to live with my grandparents.
Oh.
Literally, I could cry just thinking of him. And he said it so matter-of-factly and innocent.
Like,
right?
As in, I think in his own brain, he's like, this is how I sold this for myself. Like, I just would not want to live with that person.
Yeah.
So doesn't that just go to show for all the swearing that you think you do at your kids?
I don't know.
It's not that bad.
And I even said to him, because I'm like, oh shit, like, do I sound like that to them when I swear at them?
Yeah.
And I said, oh, Bubby, you know how like mommy will tell you, like I swear at you. And I said, shut the fuck up. Literally, I have.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, but mummy, no, you say it like a nice mummy to give us trouble. She was saying it like a mean, bad mummy.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, okay, phew.
Totally.
Like,
yeah.
That I'm not that lady. She was next level, Billy.
And you just know that that's the kind of treatment she would have received as a kid as well. This is the vicious cycle, right?
Yeah.
Like she's done, like it's been done to her. She's doing it to her daughter.
Yeah.
Her daughter's going to do it to her. Like it's just this never ending.
I know. Oof. And I couldn't get it out of my head. Like I kept thinking of that kid later going like, I wonder what's happening at her home right now.
Oh my God. Totally.
Like,
and that's them in public. Can you imagine behind closed doors?
That's what Cameron said.
Yeah.
He's like, shocking, sad. Anyways, I just feel bad. So if you're a feral mom or dad, be better.
Don't be a dick.
Exactly. I was just going to use your two taglines. I was going to be better, don't be a dick, like Billy says.
Yes.
It's so sad.
I know. I don't have any parting words aside from what you just said of my own
of
words.
your own. Well, that was ChatterBox. Thanks for chatting with us.
And remember to review, rate, subscribe, and come back and listen to us again. Is that it, Lenny?
Done.
Done.
Tick.